What is happening?
What's going on?
Hey.
Nothing.
Oh, we got everybody in here tonight. So we're down Andy. This is Rolling Thunder, episode 53. We're right over the year mark. We got followed by Brock, the intern at DD. We got the regular Casey. We got our buddy, two buddies down here, local guys from Team Blurred Vision, Kyle and Robert Guy. What's going on, fellas? How you guys doing today?
Pretty good, man. Yourself?
Rocking and rolling, dude. It's Friday again, thank goodness. So we took and we figured since we were down one man, we pimped down. We take and invite a few gentlemen on, take and have some interesting chat. Shoot the breeze about some stuff that's been going on here lately that we're working on, and then talk about some stuff that we like that's been coming out in car audio. What you guys think about that?
Heck yeah, man. Let's roll with it.
Robert, your microphone sounds like you're underwater.
I'm still working here.
Yeah, Rob, you do sound like you're underwater, buddy.
Your microphone, yeah, it's really bad.
Well, I am on microphone because I don't have. Y'all caught me while I was still working on the audios. I'm in the back of my truck working.
Oh, sick. The lights are good.
So I moved my 4-channel, my 6-channel. That's what I've been doing.
Notorious says it takes 4 to replace Andy. That's a word. He puts in a lot of work, man. He does like 4 people's job on the podcast for sure.
Well, dang.
Let's see.
Sorry, it sounds horrible.
It's okay, buddy. Yeah, Jason, I'm glad to see the Gately subs coming, man, dude. I'm excited to get that stuff, and he has a lot of new stuff coming. Is another cool thing.
Yeah, it all looks pretty good, for sure.
Heck yeah. So we did. Before we get into it, so we all came back from the XS Power Show. I think everyone was there other than Blake. That was pretty sick over the weekend, guys. Did you have a good time there or no?
Yeah, it was a pretty good time. Can't complain.
I'm going to pull up. I didn't know, but you guys know Sean Mullen. He's been on before. I didn't realize he got the demo. I literally thought the whole time nobody recorded the first demo I gave the day, which is EXO, which ended up being sick that he got it on video. Then he sent me another one where he got it from the other side. I was like wicked stoked on that one, dude. I was like, because when I meet some of these people that are like, especially somebody I followed for a long time, like the first, which I met him last year, but it was brief. But like when you get to hang out with somebody like that, like I don't want to make the whole interaction like, hey, let me get a photo with you. I'm going to record this or whatever, because kind of keep it a little more personal. But it's cool when you get sent the video. You're like, oh, cool. Somebody else has got my back, dog. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's pretty cool to see the same video from like different angles.
Oh, sure. You get sent the video. You're like,
I'm still here.
Yeah. Kyle, you've been busting butt today. You started doing your first recon today, right?
Yeah, I'm starting to prep for it.
Heck yeah, bro. You'll knock it out, and then you'll be like, oh, I was way overcomplicating. It's not that bad.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Don't ask me to help because I ain't got no clue.
Is the music too loud for you guys or no? I'm running the music tonight. Is it too bad? Can you hear it or no?
I can't hear it.
Let's see.
I can faintly hear it.
How about something like that?
Oh,
Yeah,
nice. All right, cool. Very good. So what are you working on tonight, Rob?
I just finished moving my SXD to the side door, and the only thing that's on my lithium bank now is the 12K.
Oh, sick.
Everything else is off of it. The fans, everything's off of it.
Very good.
So it's all by itself.
I'm going to pull up this post real quick. Boom, 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 boom. I'll let you kick it off first, Blake, and you can link me over some product stuff or names if you want to. We can pull it up. You got some interesting stuff to talk about new with DD beginning with, I think. Is it already
Yeah, give me a minute to find some links.
No, you're good.
Robert, you gotta figure your life out, dog.
What now?
You gotta figure your life out over there.
Oh, there's a break in my truck.
You should have heard me on the phone with him earlier.
I'm in my shop.
Oh, okay.
Let's see real quick.
I'm not even out. I'm not even at home. I haven't been home yet today.
So I made a poll up today what people think are some new cool products that are coming out. The first thing that I got recommended, and which I know these guys pretty personally, well, I know him personally through demos, but the CV, where'd it go? Boom, boom, boom. Let me pull it back up. But he's making accessories for car audio that are super premium, and he 3D prints a bunch of them, and it's pretty sick stuff. And then once we do that, we'll go over to
it looks pretty sick, dude.
Where'd it go? I'm trying to find my dang post now, which is being a silly goose. Facebook
It had like bass knobs and stuff like that.
Yeah, he's got a sick Dodge. He was at Slamology. I didn't get a chance to get a demo on it. He's got a Dodge Dakota that's got a blow through in it and snug top. It's pretty sick.
Yeah, we definitely need somebody to make some better bass knobs for sure.
Yeah, I've actually seen 2 bass knobs today. Crap, I didn't think what Jake Zimmerman was telling me about it. Is a one that's got a chipset inside of it. It tells you like your harmonic distortion, your voltage, all kinds of stuff like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sounds like it's gonna break immediately.
Yeah, these CVBD products are 3D are pretty sick. I like his tops for the bass knobs. You can put these on your potentiometer. It makes like your bass knob big.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
He makes some sick stuff. Yeah, that's the bass knob tops.
It's all like 3D printed.
Yeah, he's a cool dude, man. The go back to it. Boom. It's the guy's name that runs it is Cody Van Dyke. He's a good dude. Oh, so let's see. We got that, and then boom. Blake, he was talking about the stuff. You got a DSP, and you're doing some like home audio stuff. That's what you're messing with right now, no?
Yes. Yeah. Lately, I've been working on a set of bookshelf speakers for myself using DD Audio A-Series components. And the brain behind the whole operation is one of those, which I've also got here. And it's just, I mean, for the price for what you're getting, because I spent about $200 total on amplification for a 3-way bookshelf speaker. And in order to have like second order passive crossover at like 200 hertz, you have to spend over 100 in inductors. So just all of the flexibility and power and everything that you get from those boards is insane, and I love it.
It's pretty sick. I see it's 4 by 100 watts, and it's a pretty small profile amp, man.
100. Realistically, you can get maybe 70 watts out of each channel.
But yeah, but 70, 80 watts for a home audio instead of efficient.
Yeah, that's a ton.
Yeah, you're gonna rock out, dude.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
my hidden receiver downstairs is only rated like 80 watts per channel or something silly like that. And dude, it rocks out those cabinets.
Oh, yeah.
It's never more than
Especially
like,
in home audio, you do not need a lot of power to get loud.
Well, the same thing is that they're a lot more efficient drivers normally. Like those old Silver and Vega cabinets, you can like breathe on and remove the cone.
Yeah.
So let's see. Oh, cool. Jason's going to be at the Atlanta Motor Speedway show. We'll be coming out in full force there tonight.
Cool.
hopefully my amp will be back. Or the amp that I got from Rob. It's out
Yeah,
for
yeah.
Let's see. Another thing I brought up is the new limitless lithium retro batteries, and they got the retro wave styles thing going on. They got higher voltage. They're pretty sick. I'm trying to see if I can find a picture.
They do look pretty sick.
The where'd it go?
I'm going to share something that I'm not sure if I'm allowed to, but we're going to share it anyways, too, in a little bit.
Oh, I already have an idea of what you're sending.
No, me?
No, new never. Here's that new retro. This is the retro 30. It's a little 30 amp hour battery, and
Looks so
I like
cool.
the case. They look sick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna say that's actually pretty sick
Yeah, that's
looking.
cool.
Yeah, they have a 50
What,
amp hour one coming too.
What chemistry is it?
I think it's LTO.
Okay, cool.
I could be wrong. I know that the new ones we just got for Joe, the Pitbull or not Pitbull, whatever it is.
The G series.
Yeah, the G. Yeah, we got 3 G50s coming for Joe's truck. Jimmy Pittman, what's going on, bro? We're gonna show off this new funky looking modular subwoofer.
Oh, yeah.
That thing's
This
sick.
is brand new from Pride. That's an M40. That's 4,000 RMS.
It's a glueless subwoofer.
Yeah,
Okay.
no glue. It's a modular refund. So if you're out in the field, you blow one, pop it out, throw the new one in, and good to go.
Okay.
Look at that thing
That thing
flexing.
amazes me.
Yeah, the thing that always gets me about those is like,
Correct.
I mean,
Jimmy.
I would assume that's a metal frame on it, but how much are those screws biting into?
A good bit. I mean, you can see they've done like these stress tests on them. They're pretty tough. So I'm
Okay.
thinking they have an M50 that's coming out also. That's 5,000 RMS. I'll probably wind up going for those. That's like a 89-pound sub.
Whew.
Right
They're
there.
pretty sick. Probably got some crazy
Yeah.
stuff coming. I'm happy to see they're getting
Oh, yeah.
distribution in the U.S.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I've never seen a modular sub that big, dude. And then there's a bigger one than that. It's ridiculous. I'm excited. I'm gonna try them out and see what's up.
Mhm.
Let's see. Boom, 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 boom.
Of course you're going to try them out. Why wouldn't you?
Now I need three more salt 8s.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. You're going to lose efficiency on those, I'm sure. But we have what's it matter now? Well, watts are so cheap.
I'm cheap. It's very speculative right there,
Comparing to what it was, we're relative.
bro.
Mhm.
Oh, man.
The another thing I'm excited about news products is I got all these. I'm a new distribution for Trinity subs for the Sky High brand, and I'm pretty excited on these. I got like 26 of each. They're pretty sick. They were doing this earlier today. Look at the Sundown E versus an XV3, which the E is still an amazing subwoofer for like underseat and little small compact stuff. They sound amazing, but
Yeah.
seeing the X neck to it just dwarfs it.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty nuts. And you've had me looking at DD stuff here lately too, man. Like until you've been getting, Blake, I think you're doing a good job, man. I'm not even trying to toot your horn. You getting out on these podcasts, stuff like that, and get some exposure and talking about the brand and the variety of stuff they carry. It's been pretty good, I think, man. Like there's a lot of stuff that DD carries now that I didn't even know until you guys on YouTube started getting active.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, and like the DD American made stuff, like it is incredibly legit.
Oh sure.
I mean, I've seen just like, because I've helped build some subs and just like the quality of the spiders that go on like the China woofers versus the USA woofers. Like the difference really is night and day between the different products we get in.
Oh sure. I mean, even the Redline stuff from DD is a bang for buck, though, man.
Oh yeah.
It's okay. Yeah, I like the Redline, man. I swapped out a Redline 12 for an E12 though, man. It was a big difference.
Yeah.
I think the Redline would be more comparable to the LCS if I had to put money on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially like the
For the price
Redline
though.
SW. The Redline SW really is more of like a sound quality driver rather than just output, and then we've got PSW, which is a little bit more, and that's designed for output. And PSW can absolute ass. My first week interning, I remember we were testing out the 10-inch and clamping like 50 watts to it. Maybe it was shaking the ceiling.
That's what I tell a lot of people, man. Like, I'm doing a test bench. I'm only putting like a 400 watt by 2 amp on the test bench. They're like, why are you doing some more big power? I'm like, bro, as long as you're not doing like the crazy huge SPL subwoofer, you put 20 hertz to it at 200 watts, you're gonna be flexing the crap out of that woofer for a year. Even like those vests and stuff like that. I was sitting at 100 watts, playing 20 to 25 hertz. He's like flying, dude, and you're like, Jesus Murphy.
When you're in a home environment, like the level of bass you need is so much less than in a car.
Yeah, that is funny you say that because like I only have I have a Serwin Vega home cabinet subwoofer that my sister's dog like 6 years ago literally ate the surround off of it, like a red Serwin Vega. She had a freaking wiener dog she rescued. The dog ate literally only surround. The cone was perfectly fine, dude. Red surround gone. So I threw a Rockford P1880 in it. And it's like way too much bass for a living room. Like it stays like barely cracked because like it's like overwhelmingly boomy.
Yeah.
The Kyle, what you got, dude? Anything new coming out you like or anything like that? Anything brands popping up? Anything you've seen?
I mean, not really. I'm looking forward to getting some XV3s. I'm still probably going to go with those. It seems like it's just going to be a better gain for me.
It honestly is. I mean, like other than the money difference, like you're going to smash loads of that. I honestly think the XV3s for the money in that price point range are some pretty insane subwoofers like that not other companies can compete with just from the basket and cooling design and how much X-Max they have, which obviously there's other good subwoofers in the market, but XV3s are pretty nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what I'm working on right now is trying to figure out how to finish my roof, seal off my trunk, and figure out a way to get a second alternator in there.
Mm-hmm. And you got the struggle. See, like that's where it's like a trade-off on like the smaller cabin. You can get a little bit louder easier, but the cabin mods to keep it from like blowing windshields and back glasses out, or ripping your trunk or taking it, then getting power in is like a whole nother stepping challenge versus having an SUV.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw that video I posted of lunch the other day when I played a 31 hertz peak track. Like that's a peak for me. My back glass was flexing way worse than it used to, and
Oh, wow.
I'm still not sealed.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Jason's got 2 or 3. It was with XP3s in his Lincoln build. That'd be sick too, man. I love mine, dude. And they just get ask Casey here, man. Like the longer mine in the truck, just the nastier they get, dude. Like the longer they get.
The whole thing.
And I feel you on that.
Huh?
I second that one.
Yeah, Rob's the same way. Rob's got XP3s, and they just get nastier.
X's are what really turned me on to wanting to play load notes, because I heard Cody's build, the old Buick, like the grandma looking car, and he had 6 of those. I think he was on like Assault 6 at the time, and a Jakar build. Just smashed him like 14 hertz, 16 hertz. I'm like, yeah, this is sick, dude.
Yeah, I remember when you got that home in the Tahoe, and you're like, "Fuck this, we're ripping it out." Yeah, dude, like
that show. Yeah, I think that was at sundown like 2 years ago or something.
Yeah, you were like, you're like, dude, I got in this Buick. I'm walling the Tahoe off. It's happening. And I'm like, no, you're not. Yeah, and look at it now.
Yeah.
Oh, snap. Heck yeah, what's up, Mullen?
Hey, what's up?
Rocking and rolling.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, man, you sound good.
Yeah.
Okay, I just spent 10 minutes trying to find the cord for this and can't find it, so screw it.
Oh, it'd be like that. I've been talking smack about you all day, man. I've been bragging to everybody. I was like, dude, I didn't know he got the EXO demo on there. I was like, thank freaking God. Like, I've just been teasing. I'm going to post the other one later.
Yeah.
I made sure you plug you a link in there. I was hoping to get some subscribers.
Yeah, they're starting to build up. I went, I skipped over to 200, and I think in the last couple of days I picked up another 25 or 30.
Hell yeah, bro.
So it's happening.
We got to take it.
Heavy.
Oh, we got High Five Egg in here. What's
that
that?
car's gonna be heavy. I'm ready. I'm ready to see what you do with it.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about his wheel, his wagon. Yeah, dude. Have you done anything to the wagon here lately or no?
I haven't touched the wagon because I've just been busy with all the other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I was just, I just got home, got a load of gravel because I'm getting ready to start. I'm sitting outside right now because I figured it'd be a better connection, but I'm getting the concrete pad marked off for the audio shed.
Oh, sick! You're building a whole building for audio. How do you walk around all that dick in your pants, dude? Like, I wish I had an audio shed. I want to build one of those.
Okay, so this wall behind me is the one-car garage that's attached to my house. I made that into a man cave, and then the wife got a job. She's a CPC, which is a certified professional coder, and I was like, "Here's a section in my man cave so you can work from home." And she started working from home, and then she kind of started encroaching in on my area, and I'm like, you know what? It's kind of stupid for me to have all this space, so I'll just pack all my shit up. You can have the whole one-car garage that I've converted into a man cave. You can just have it all, and eventually we'll just figure it out, where I'm gonna put my stuff. And that was 2 or 3 years, 4 years ago, something like that. So
nice.
So now it's time. It's time to build a shed, and I'm just gonna build a man shed. That's gonna be an audio shed.
Hey,
Scott has an audio shed. It's called a garage, but he just like has a Civic buried in there.
What Civic? I've never seen it. I've been over a few times. I've never seen it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm about to take and move back to having a gaming room. I'm gonna put that couch and shit upstairs and all that stuff upstairs where the second living room's at. So hopefully free up some space back in there. Robert Williams, he's got a Civic too. He's got like a K EK hatch or EG hatch, something like that. It's freaking nasty and lime green.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
It's
for sale too right now, like 11 grand, something like that.
Oh yeah, it's probably a gold mine right now. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Oh man, the audio just got a little bit. Poor Rob. He's trying his best, man.
He's trying. He's working too. Though. I think what he's doing is he's putting those Team Blurred Vision speaker grills on and wants everybody to show them off.
He's got to add the spacers to them because the cones of the Neos keep smacking the back of the grill.
Oh, gotcha. I saw that they were flat. I was kind of worried that's going to be gripping.
Yeah, they suck. I'm fixing them now.
I have a 94 Del Sol with a B16. I haven't drove it in a few. Yeah, me neither, buddy. I haven't drove mine in a few years either. The most is done is roll on and off trailers.
Yeah.
That looks sick though, Rob. That looks good.
Nice.
An hour a day. That's all you need.
What's up, Mullen?
Just an hour a day.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what it is. Just put in an hour a day on something.
Me too. The biggest thing I've got to do next is taking the knuckle off and changing a wheel bearing. That's actually like where I said fuck it when I was putting the axles in it so I can drop it off at Fab. And I got the passenger one in. I wanted to put so like on a front wheel drive car, a lot of times you'll seat the axle in the transmission, and then they'll use the hub to go boom on real fast, and they'll take and seat it all the way in the bearing. Then you can put the nut on it. When I went to do that to seat the CV axle into the house, into the hub, the wheel bearing just completely fell apart and just like dropped the needle bearings all on the floor and everything like that. And I'm like, yep, I'm done for today. And then believe it or not, it's been a testament to that snap-on floor jack for 2 years. It has not leaked it down a drop or an inch. Okay, it's held it up perfectly.
The car only weighs 600 pounds.
Yeah, the car only weighs 600 pounds. Still. If that was a Maxco jack, it'd be sitting on the floor right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm talking shit. If it was a Harbor Freight jack, it'd be flipping.
Yeah, if that was a Cornwell jack, you're done.
Hey, I got one of those Dayton jacks from Harbor Freight, and it's actually been a very good jack.
No, they're actually great jacks. You know, they got sued on those.
That's because they're copies of like Snap-ons. You know?
Yeah, they got sued on that one royally.
Yeah.
So everyone that got those got out lucky because they were only available for like 6 or 7 months, and they got yeeted.
Yeah.
So it's like a copy of it's the same as one I have. It's a copy of the FJ200. The pump's a little bit different, and like you can't just unbolt it and pop another pump in, but the way that the case and housing is like the exact same.
Yeah.
They come in cool colors too.
I don't know if it's like the Snap-on one. My sales technique for the FJ200, the one that they copied, was just like me. It's 3.5 pumps to full height. Yeah. It works every time. I mean,
you're scaring the general public.
Touche. The most people either went over their head when I told it to them. Yeah, I know the Hardbody, dude. I got the Hardbody given back to me, bro, and then I went and moved it to a storage lot and sat there for a year. Like I missed the truck, but I just didn't realistically need it. I got too much shit going on in front of that truck right now.
The Civic comes first, anyways. Let's be real.
Oh, for sure.
It needs to, anyways. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of up in the air right now, so I've got to have the wall in it to do the harness, the what they call the harness bar for the harnesses. So like the wall's got to be in it. I'm waiting on a Drew Jones box. Then I've got to put at least the wall in raw, or at least mock it up to where they can put the harness bar in. And then all it needs is radiator hoses and fuel lines to run. But I mean, it needs paint still.
Yeah, the harness bar doubles as a brace.
Yeah, touche. I mean, actually, we were going to do that. We're actually going to take and shoot the harness bar back through the front baffle and use it as a brace to keep the box from going forward and backwards also. That is what it is. So I'm going back to that post. Let's see. You'll see where I butt fucked my doors. They're
pretty rough, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty ruined. I thought it was just this crack here on the side, and we were like, yeah, pop the panels off. We'll weld it up real quick. Pull off both panels. We pulled off one panel. It was just ruined, and they were like, might as well look at the other one now too. And the next thing I was like, let's take the doors off the truck, buddy. We got to do some serious work. Yeah. And then so like it was like 3 o'clock in the morning, welding and grinding, and I couldn't find anything online for excursion parts trucks. I'm like, man, we just got to fix these doors. And then today, like a wrecked truck pops up locally, and it's $100 a door complete. I'm like, yeah, I'm going and getting those tomorrow. Like, which I'm gonna put those back on. We're just gonna make some super heavy duty done doors for when we rebuild. Put those doors on the truck. They'll be painted, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Talking about.
Do what now?
So what are we talking about tonight?
New stuff that's coming out in car audio. We can really shoot the breeze and whatever, but we've seen some new products people are liking. Some maybe new brands popped up. Either way,
there's going to be a new salt amp, right? Eventually.
There's a new like salt. I want to say it's like a salt 5 or it was a 3000 by 4 also. Where there's a few salt amps in the pan that are monster, dude.
Isn't the whole line going to be updated or something like that? I could be wrong.
I'm not been aware on salt revision on the whole line being updated. No. Now the SIA amps are fully taking over the SFBs. The only one that won't be changed is the 600D, and there's one other model that have any failure.
I'll say on a side note on new product, have you seen the Resilient Sounds Gold V2?
No, I haven't. I think it's Rob echoing.
Yeah. Rob, you might want to mute your mic unless you're saying something because it's echoing.
You got me muted. Okay.
Now you're not.
Oh, I didn't touch it.
I'll leave it muted. They said something. Let's see. There's a gold V2 coming out. Really?
Yeah, I saw it on the Resilient Sounds webpage I'm on.
Boom, 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 boom. I can get the Resilient Sound stuff. I didn't know they were coming out with the V2. I'm looking on the website now. I'm impressed. There's probably, I mean, they're about due for a revision. They've had that driver out for a couple of years.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if I can find it again.
Oh, Rob's still echoing. Heck yeah. Blake, what's going on new with DD? Anything you can talk about with that or no?
The most recent thing we came out with is custom bag brackets for Harleys.
Oh, wow.
So,
yeah, you're talking about those.
Yeah, and that's most of what I've been making this summer. And it's just a really easy way to get solid mid-bass on a Harley. And
sorry,
yeah,
I didn't cut you off.
Yeah, it's all like made in America stuff. We cut out all the parts on our own CNCs. But it's just a bag bracket so you can stick an 8-inch sub in there. And the real treat of it is that the way it's set up, you still have half of your bag for cargo area.
Yeah.
So you can have bass without giving up all of your ability to carry stuff with you.
Oh, where'd Mullen go? Did I kick him down? Oh, shit. I kicked Mullen out. Oh, he drops the phone as the cat does. I didn't mean to kick you out.
He's trying to get up here with me.
Dude, I like seeing a lot of the new stuff come out for the bags, especially because I see so many people that do gaudy, terrible, like dog chewed cut holes in the side of their bags.
Oh yeah,
throw a pair of speakers in it, and they're like, "We're rocking." I'm like, dude, that's freaking terrible. Like I would not.
Yeah, like self tapping into the side and they vibrate loose instead of putting bolts in there.
Come on.
Yeah.
I even saw like a local guy YouTube videos like DIY DS18, Harley bag install, and I'm like, bro, I would have not posted this online, like straight up with you. Like I didn't comment it like that, but sometimes I just have to keep my mouth shut. But I was like, bro. And the thing is, it's like I don't want to hate on it. I'm like, hey man, like even if you're going to do it yourself, there's like a few extra steps you could have taken to make this way nicer and/or sound better than it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the thing with ours, you obviously have to cut a hole in the bag, but we give you template and then, all of the stuff. So you're not really screwing into the bag for the most part. For the most part, everything is just held in with the bracket itself. And that's the good thing because, the bag itself is like not going to be super functional because you've got an 8-inch hole in it.
Mm-hmm.
But stuff won't get in there because we've got grills and it's all held together real nice.
We got Jason Stokes saying DD has always made great products. I remember it literally being like 2011, 2010, and I want to say it was my buddy Mitch Davis had a Toyota Cressida, like a drift car, and it had a 9915. I want to say it was a 9915, whatever the 15, like the top Ferrite motor they had around the time. I want to say it was definitely
99.
Probably so. Anyways, he had that 115 in his Cressida on like whatever, it was like a 1,000 watt monobox, something like that, was underpowering it. And at the time, I had 2 Polk DXI 12s, like a kicker amp in my Civic, and I thought I was smacking. I went for a ride in his 115 on like 1,000 watts, like stock charging system and an AGM under the hood, completely obliterated my system, dude. And I was like, what in the crap is this? And I've always had the affinity for DD from there, but like the Southeast here, there's some people that sell it, but there's just not a huge market share of DD in the Southeast here, I feel like.
Yeah.
Scott, I sent you a picture, man.
Oh, the gold V2? Oh, sick. I see that. It looks like they've made a few changes. Boom, boom, boom. Let me see if I can zoom in on this. That's about as far as I can zoom. But actually, I can probably do this.
That's the gold V2?
Yeah.
Supposedly, according to the Resilient Sounds page I'm on.
Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. I'm going to open it up in another window and open it up. Here we go. Pow. So I see it looks like the top plate's different. It looks like I'm assuming is that 8? These are all golds?
Yes.
So they're switching from this platform on the 12s and 15s to these would be the 15s and 18s. I like that.
New basket. Looks like
Yeah.
more pro, probably.
Yeah.
Deeper cone.
Yeah, it looks like overall way more excursion.
I'm down for it.
Mm-hmm.
I like resilient sounds, man. I had the 4 golds in the excursion before I walled it, and they sounded amazing. I had them like on a Rockford T4000, and they got down.
You know, I heard rumors of them coming out apparently with a V2 coil for the Platinums, and it's going to be the black glued coil as well. It's supposed to be the 8-layer flat wound.
The Platinum V, like the Platinums out now, they're like a knockoff ZV3 motor, so like they're pretty damn stout stuff. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Boom, boom. Let's see. Before we take and leave Mullen out here, what you've been messing with that, Mullen? You got back from Excess Power Show, been watching some of your videos pop up. That's been sick. And I watched your one from the day, man. And you're talking about you didn't feel that good. I could tell when you were leaving that you felt like shit. To be honest with you, Russell. That's when I was like, "You okay, bro? You good? You know, whatever." And when you
I was getting hot, man. I was just overheating. Is all it was.
I was rolling my ass off in the freaking warehouse when you said it was like somebody had a heat gun in your face or whatever. I was like, "Yeah, that's the Southeast swamp ass, bro."
Yeah. You know, in Indiana, we have these days where even in the summertime, like you wake up, it's 60, 65 degrees in the summer. And then by the evening, it's 90. But, you know, down there, when I woke up, I was like, okay, because I had the air on in the room set on 60 the whole entire time I was there. And then I got there and, you know, I showed up before you guys did, about 45 minutes before you guys got there. And then I walked around a little bit. Then I started getting a little hot. I'm like, man, I'm just starting to burn up. And then once the sun came out, man, it was just like radiant heat.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
It was just burning the shit out of me. And by the time I got done, you know, I started having that like almost like sun poisoning. And I'm like, okay, I've been here for almost 5 hours. I'm starting to feel like shit. I think I've got enough video. Time to sit in the air conditioning.
Oh, yeah. My truck was still between the subs being hot. My AC was blowing cold, but, you know, being directly in the sun right there, like, it was just madness. Even when the concrete was so hot, when I rolled the windows down demoing, it was like hot asphalt, hot heat coming in the windows. And it was like, oh, my God.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, Scott, hell, when I was getting the demo with JP, I was in the back seat. When your subs were hitting, dude, it felt like every time they hit, somebody was opening an oven door.
Oh,
yeah,
I mean,
like that, dude.
I had just been clipping it for freaking 10 minutes straight. I gave EXO the beans, all those guys, and then JP got in. And it was like been beating on them the whole day. But I mean, I got a pretty good warranty department, so I think it'll be all right.
Yeah.
I got the biggest laugh when I saw where he reached back there and felt the sub. I was just sitting in there, dude. I didn't give a dang.
He was all over your truck. It was funny.
Yeah, I had a good time. They ended up being scary. We would have beat you there, man. We left, and we had Joe's truck on that U-Haul trailer. And it was fine driving around town, man. But once we got on the highway, the trailer, we even tried loading it twice. The trailer had like a bad bearing or two on one side, and like 2 tires were completely bald. We got to like the first time we got to highway speeds, this trailer started jerking back and forth like a tire off the ground, dude. Like his U-Gon, I could hear I was like 2 lanes over. I could hear his U-Gon screeching, the tires swaying back and forth. And like, thank God there was nobody on the interstate. So we pulled over. They got the next exit. We pulled sorry, Rob, you're still muted. No, you're not muted now, buddy. But so we got off the next exit, put the truck around, and see if it was like the weight distribution that it was, and it ended up being still just as bad. So he dropped his truck. They went back and dropped the trailer off. I kept going. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I got the Joe did. So I guess they told me when I got in, but yeah, that was scary, dude. I was like, please, fuck God, like don't sling his Tahoe off the trailer, and like don't let it be a major accident. It was terrifying. I was wide awake.
Did y'all load that thing up backwards?
Huh?
Did y'all try loading that truck on there backwards?
We did it. Yeah, we did it first the front way. So that's when we left and it was fucked. And then when the next time we backed it up on, and it was still just as bad.
God, yeah.
Yeah.
He's just not a trailer queen. That's all that is.
Yeah, the Tahoe's like, drive me, bitch. I ain't used to this.
Hell no.
See, I almost was like, hey, man, if you want to hook it up to a real truck, we'll hook it up to the Excursion. And then I'm like, nah, I don't want to drive there 55 the whole way. I'm good. Never mind. You take that trailer back, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, your truck gets pretty slow when you're having to tow a bunch of crap.
Oh, dude, even in downtown. So we went to I wasn't going to go to the after party. And then like Jacob Fuller's like, you guys are going to the after party. And I'm like, fuck, we got to kill 4 hours. Okay, cool. So we got some dinner and stuff like that. We're driving around downtown Knoxville trying to find parking. I was going up this one hill that was like steep as fuck. The truck was like, get off me, bro. I do not like this. Just barely like chugging up the hill or whatever. And then we went to a parking deck. I knew it was bad idea to begin with because the trailer was touching the like no higher than this thing. As soon as we pulled in, dude, it was like, so when we first pulled in, I'm like, oh, there's a whole row of parking spots to this side right here. What I didn't realize was it was on the exit. So I had to go all the way to the top of this parking deck and back down to get to the park at. And I'm telling you, bro, it was like an inch from like scraping the roof the whole way. So I'm just sitting there going to the parking deck like 0.5 miles an hour, like I would like get out and check to make sure I'm not going to scrub or and stuff like that. It was terrifying.
I've got the opposite problem. Real short car, so I've got to.
Oh yeah, you can just fly around through a parking deck. It's not that bad. It's really just because the trailer it's like a trailer you can stand in, so it's like 1.5 feet taller than my truck is.
Yeah.
But hell yeah, we had a good time though, man. I'm not seeing. I'm trying to find that post is like poofed off my Facebook. We had a bunch of people that had.
I'll see if I can pull it up.
This is Kyle's car. It's coming along nicely. You've gained like 8 dB since Kyle.
Yeah.
Well, since the new box, I went down a little bit, but I got some things I'm working out. So, and I had to turn the amp back down.
Yeah, that sub wasn't liking it.
Oh wow. Has your sunroof giving you any problems yet?
My sunroof is completely sealed and foamed.
Oh,
Yeah, I bet.
That makes sense then. I'm gonna pull up.
Yeah,
the
my
video
roof is a lot more solid than you think.
I'm sorry, it's smaller than you think. Do what now?
It's more solid than you think.
Oh, I believe it. Yeah. I mean, like, you just got a lot of bass, dude. You got 2 Platinum 12s in the back, like they're pounding, bro. It's putting a bunch of cabin pressure in there. That's a sick build, dude.
Yeah.
And the thing I like about yours too is it's still functional. Like you can still like fold the back seat up, put the kids in there, go fucking dinner or whatever. It's fine.
Yeah, I can go grocery shopping, buy a full week's worth of groceries, and still get home.
Yeah.
Nice.
And your wife supports. That's cool too. She's always there like your freaking wingman.
When she can be.
Do what now?
When she can be.
Touche. I mean, obviously. We got that. Boom, boom. I'm gonna pull up that video. The second one. I didn't realize. See, that's a cool one too. But that's when I was sealing them up and playing it, showing I could play the bandwidth differently in the truck. Let's go.
Hey, Sean, did you sit in my son's car?
No, I never did. I think me and you stood around and talked about it a little bit, and then I ended up doing something. I think I went over and talked to Ed for a little while, and then after that, I got. That's when I left right after that because he was giving demos every time I went over there.
Yeah, well, we're fixing to do some more crazy stuff in that little car. We're gonna do it in another 3 hours.
Oh, Travis's car.
Oh yeah, we're gonna invert them and subs all the way in the back, invert it all the way to the front at 1 ohm load for the whole system.
Mm-hmm.
Was that
It should get a little bit
StreamYard?
louder. Huh?
Was that StreamYard up for me?
I think it's Rob is echoing. It's not a big deal though.
Yeah, I don't have no headphones at work. I got these stupid things right here, and they don't work while I'm on 5.
Yeah, dude, Joe's back to show that show. Was lucky we got him hooked up with my buddies. Hopefully get one tomorrow. But let's see. We got Abstract there. What's up, buddy, Jason? But yeah, it was a good show. I had a lot of time hanging out with you guys, man. It's kind of like
Hey, I'm on back now.
I got some really good.
it's me. It's Rob. But
You had me muted. I'm still doing it.
no, it doesn't do it when we mute you, buddy. Like it's gone now. But
Yep.
yeah, it was a great show. I like those smaller ones because you get a lot more intimate with the brand owner and stuff like that. That's one thing that Sean was talking about too. Is like, you know, sometimes it sucks it's a smaller show, but when you get to meet all the people and shake hands and talk to them more than just briefly in passing, it's pretty darn neat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Slamology, it's so busy. Everybody's giving demos and everybody's just running around everywhere. With that show, it's just so small. Everybody just hung out and talked.
That's the way it was last year too. I think it was a little bit bigger of an XS show last year, but it was still a good show. And that's why I felt bad at like Slam and stuff like that, man. Like, or the ones we have booths at where they're busy. A lot of times I'm not that I'm being short with somebody. Like, bro, I'm getting pulled in like 15 different directions right now. Like, I got to be at this booth and take care of this customer. I got these guys lined up for demos. So it's like sometimes it's got to be like, hey, I appreciate it. It's nice to see you, buddy. I got to get out of here. I got to do something else. Let's make your shit line. Oh, for sure, yeah, dude. Yeah, Jake's got a few things up his sleeve. On we're gonna do the rebuild of this next when the season's over. I'm pretty freaking excited. Boom, boom, boom. But yeah, the intimate stuff, man, it makes it nice where you can take and hang out with people like you were saying. Like you just walked up to Ed and talked to him for 20 minutes or whatever, and like you just get to pick their brain.
Yeah, Ed and Rich were just sitting around talking, and Jacob Scott was standing there, and I just stood there and listened to him talk for 15 minutes or so.
Heck yeah.
So, you know.
We took in
stuff I never get the opportunity to do any other time.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Well, it's nice too. Like, it makes me feel good too. Like, let's say for instance, there's one young kid. He came and bought a set of tweeters from me, right? And he's like, "Man, I love Sundown and stuff like that." He's like, "Jacob's over there," and I'm like, "Bro, do you want to meet Jacob Fuller?" He's like, "I'm like, come with me, buddy. Like, I got you, dog. I'll plug you right now." And like, you know, if we were at Slam against something like that, where it's busy like that, running around, I couldn't do that. And it's cool to be able to be that guy. Like, and I did the same thing. I'm not trying to pull it, but like, you know, when I can, I'm like, "Hey, this is my buddy Sean. I'm on Mullen." Or I did the same thing with Dave when we were hanging out at the thing. I'm like, now is the time where we're like get to hang out with people and I can plug you to all these, you know, people that you know that you want to meet or see or online and stuff.
Yeah, it's appreciated.
Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I was carrying Dave around. We were hanging out at Slamology at the main party tent. I'm like, "Hey, Dave, come here. Let's meet some people, buddy. I want you to introduce everybody." Which is sick getting to hang out with him too. Boom, boom, boom. I feel like the car audio community is almost like your cousins and stuff like that. You see 1 or 2 times a year. Like, you know, you still talk on Facebook and shit, but like the family members you don't get to see that often.
Mm-hmm.
We got Resendez in here. What's up, buddy?
So, Jonathan?
Yeah. Last Sunday I was at a car show in Shawnee and got to see Rob or Hi-Fi Vega.
Oh, sick. Heck yeah, man. Hi-Fi Vega's attending shows and not telling nobody? Damn, I have to talk to him.
He announced it like 2 days beforehand on his Facebook.
Oh, I'm just talking smack. Or Mullen dropped out again.
Well, guys, I'm gonna bounce. My wife just came and told me I got some dinner ready. So.
Oh yeah, bro. Good to see you, Kevin. I appreciate you, bro.
Yep. Not a problem, man. Have a good night.
It's not you echoing, Rob. I mean, Sean, you're fine, bro.
Well, on my end, it just goes straight like robot, and then it just quits, and I can't hear nothing.
So let's see now. Let's see if it does it now. Talk now.
It usually lasts about 3 minutes.
Yeah,
and all of a sudden it just goes haywire.
It's the echo. Again, it's not a big deal, Rob, but it's the echo on Rob. Like I have it muted right now, and it goes away.
Yeah,
it's not Rob's fault, damn it.
It's Rob's fault. It's fine. We'll tolerate it because we love him. But hell yeah. Mm-hmm. Looks like you got a nice big ass yard there too, bro. That's a nice spread.
This is my. I don't know if you guys can see this. There's my yard. There's my view.
It's a nice sunset, actually.
Yeah, it's the sun sets over here, and it's a nice. It's a real nice view. The highway's right here, so I have to listen to semis all the time. But other than that, though, it's not too bad.
Hell yeah!
Let's check I still want to be farther out in the country. That way, when I can just do whatever the hell I want to do.
It's different for sure.
Yeah. This is where the shed's going to be right here.
Hell yeah! So you're just going to use one
gravel today. This is going to be leveler for the shed, which is going to be right there. And then, yeah.
Are you just going to use one of your walls off your other shed and use the add-on, or no?
No, I'm actually going to buy a shed. I'm going to buy a 12 by 20 shed, and then I'm going to attach it to the garage and take the power off the garage because I got 110, 220. I got 200 amp service here in the garage.
Oh, sick.
And that's going to end up being my, I'm just going to pull power off it, and then I'm going to insulate it, and then put a mini split in it, and then drywall. It's going to be a room. I mean, it's just a flat out. It's going to be a room. And then it's going to get all my audio equipment, all my collectibles, all my stuff. And that way I have a place to put all my stuff.
Oh, sick. This can be tight, man. It's almost funny too. Like again, like you have all these friends across the internet now. It's like, damn, I wish I was closer. I'd fucking come help you throw that building up. You know what I mean? Like, now that'd be a huge haul.
Yeah, it's we had talked about moving from this house, but where I live, the Amish have bought up all the property around here. So let me tell you what, you can't compete with Amish money.
Mm-hmm.
They pay cash for everything. They do. They'll literally offer 50 to 100K. Fucking cat that's off the table. They'll pay 50 to 100K cash if they want a property. Just here's a stack of money.
Oh
and
wow,
they'll hand it to you.
That's wild, dude.
Yeah. Well, they pull all their money together.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So they might have 25 or 30 families that have all pulled their money together, and then they buy big chunks of land and they separate the chunks of land amongst each other.
Mullen has excess power in the garage. Oh, damn. Rob's got I think we're going to do a shop tour one day. Rob's place is sick.
Yeah, that's my shop.
It's crazy when I mute him.
If I can get my doors to go down.
There you go.
Is there a fighter jet over there?
Let me see.
Oh, I just shot it.
Go turn it down.
Huh?
We want to see an airplane.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Right there is a J-Star. It's right out my door. Sitting right there. There's 2 of them. Maybe 3 of them. I don't know. You can't see them under the lights. Yeah, there's 2 of them sitting there.
You can almost see them. Blow them up, Scott. Blow them up.
Let's see if it works. Nope, that didn't work. Oh, God.
He's like in the stream on accident.
Oh, I see the big.
See them?
Oh yeah, those are big planes.
Yeah, they're right outside my door.
I don't know what it was. As I got older, like I just found this weird love for like space race era aviation, like that World War II turn of the century, where like basic computer and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty.
Dude, you see the new Top Gun?
I haven't seen it yet.
It's sick.
It's like it's amazing, dude. Like, I'm not even Tom Cruise fan, but it's
I want to take a day. What's up, Billy? I want to take a day and just binge watch the first one and then watch the second one immediately after, because it can be like 6 hours of video, if not more.
Yeah, you have to make sure that you see it in a good theater. That's one of those movies that like a good theater makes everything better.
That's true, dude. We saw it at the one in Roswell that has like the recliners and stuff that you can like lean back and stuff.
Nice.
It was awesome.
Hell yeah. Boom, 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 boom. So looks like tomorrow I'm going to be, what you guys got going on this weekend? I'm going to be taking and going and picking up a set of rear doors and then hopefully button up my truck.
I'm going to put injectors in the truck. I'm going to work on the Buick. And I'm going to get the concrete pad ready for the thing.
That'd be sick, man. Are you pouring the concrete yourself and everything?
No, I got a buddy that owns a concrete place.
Oh, nice. So they'll just probably like frame a box up and just pour it and smooth it.
Yeah, all I got to do is just get a hold of him and say, hey, I need this much concrete. And he'd be like, all right. And it just kind of shows up.
Oh, hell yeah. Nice.
So.
I'm excited with it. I still got to take and make a video with the Explode Sofa, man. I've just been so busy this week. I just not had time to take off, make a video with it.
I was getting ready to leave. I looked over and it's just flat on the ground. And I'm like, I start laughing. I'm like, somebody's going to step it on that or something.
I don't know how it even ended up on the ground. Luckily, it didn't damage it. I had it set on the trailer fender. And I was like, nobody's going to steal this thing today. You know what I mean? Which they did, luckily. But luckily, it didn't damage it. And everybody wants me to blow it. I'm like, bro, it's too nice of an example of that subwoofer to eat it for no reason. You know what I mean? If it had like a ripped around or something like that or was beat up, I'd probably send it. But that'd make somebody a good single sub or like a test bench setup, like you're saying.
It would. I laughed. I thought, Scott's the only one I think that would appreciate this weird-ass sub.
Hell yeah. Well, I'm seeing, I think 200 watts, I think 20 hertz would be fine on it. It's going to be floppy.
Yeah, probably.
In all reality, though, the more I examine it, I'm like, this is actually a pretty nice build subwoofer. Like, if you look at the features on it, it's like, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
What does it do to Assault 12?
Yeah, what's it doing? I mean, I could turn my subwoofer down -15 and hook it up to it, probably fine.
Yeah.
I don't know why I was so infatuated with the terminals on that. I just don't, you don't see like screw-on type terminals like that.
Yeah,
often.
the gold-plated ones. I always liked their own older Rockford subs or old home cabinets would have them. I would try to steal the terminals off my old home speakers, put them on my speaker boxes because I like the screw-down ones. I never liked the whole push freaking terminal things on home cabinets or anything like that. I hate them.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say like all of the test benches we have at DD are all like 8K amps, pretty much.
Oh, wow.
But between like 5 and 8K. Well, because if you need to test out like a Z or something, then you're going to need some power on tap. But also like, because that PSW 10 I was telling you about that was getting like 50 watts, that was on an M8000.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, again, people have done the testing before. Like, obviously, as long as you use the amplifier correctly and turn the voltage down, you can be fine. That's when they scared me. Is like Sundown has the same thing. They have like a freaking massive, humongous test bench set up, and it's like covered in battery bank under it, all kinds of stuff like that. Amp array lined up for testing. Like, man, I would just dream to have a test bench like this. And Kicker has a crazy test bench set up room, like amps just fucking ready to go, and they're wired to different rooms or stations and stuff like that.
Yeah. Seeing the testing areas that like Kicker and Rockford have is pretty nuts.
Heck yeah. It's cool though that you get to be exposed to it at such a young age. Being like, I wish I was, this heavy in the industry when I was 21, 22 years old. Like, you get some pretty bright future ahead of you as long as you stay with it.
Yeah.
And I'll give you props. You know a lot of shit to be a 21-year-old. I didn't know shit about DSP. Like, I just knew high pass, low pass, bro. Like, it sounds good. I'm over there making VEQ curves on my radio. It sounds great.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So the secret to sound quality is you drop anything between 200 and 2K to 0, boost everything. That's the secret to sound quality.
Heck yeah. Just overwhelming bass and treble. Forget about the memory.
Yeah. Who needs mids?
Well, if you bring up the EQ for the treble and the bass and up, it's going to round out the mids anyway. It'll be fine in the slopes. It'll be okay. Boom, 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 boom. I'm trying to see if that's we got to button up with it, guys. It's just a relaxed episode this week. We didn't have anything terribly planned with Pimp Down Andy. It was just shooting the breeze. I'm glad you guys came on today.
Yeah,
no doubt. Yeah, I'm just gonna be playing Elden Ring all weekend. This game's ridiculous, dude.
Yeah,
I haven't got into that one yet.
I know you're playing Elden Ring, dude.
I do not actually.
What?
I don't play many games.
Oh man,
he's like, I live and breathe speakers all the time.
Not quite. Pretty close though.
Okay, he chases the ladies and speakers.
I don't think I've gamed since like 2017. I don't know. I used to be a big Call of Duty player, and then I think after I don't even remember the last one. It put such a bad taste in my mouth after playing. I'm just like, I'm done with this.
I haven't been a Call of Duty guy since the original Modern Warfare. That was the last one I got into.
Dude,
Black Ops 2.
Modern Warfare 2 is awesome.
Modern Warfare 2.
I mean, like, don't get me wrong. We would like play at a buddy's house, multiplayer offline. I mean, like, the last one I got into, like, I did the campaign and tried to have online stuff. Was like, I'm in the regular.
I was one of those guys that was up at midnight, standing in line, waiting for the game to come out. Get it, and then just drink like 4 monsters and stay up for like 48 hours playing.
Yeah.
That was me.
That for Fallout 4 and the Doom remake, like 2016.
Hey guys, I'm gonna let y'all go because I'm gonna go home.
Later, buddy.
I'm gonna go do something to eat before I die.
Hell yeah.
That guy got to eat. I ain't ate since like 12 o'clock.
Oh man.
Hell yeah.
I've been in this case since 3:30 working on this crap.
Well, get home safe, brother. I appreciate you, man.
All right, thank y'all for having me out. Next time I have headphones at work. I promise.
Good, I appreciate you, man. Have a good night. Be safe.
Later.
Jake said Rust for the win. Yeah, we play a lot of Rust here too. Like, it's like Minecraft and Call of Duty mixed.
Yeah.
You start out naked on the beach.
That's Scott's favorite part.
Yeah, being naked on the beach.
Yeah. Just have a naked male character.
Jake got to be a lady character. He's got boobs running around. Let's see real quick. I think it's gonna be buttoning up. Let's see. Oh, Dave's in a photo. Oh, Dave's at the beach right now. That lucky ass. Look at that. That'd be nice.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, 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 boom. Rust looks fun. Yeah, it's toxic as crap. If you just want to like get pissed off, play Rust for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
You want to get mad? Try Elden Ring for like 5 minutes, bro. It's so hard.
Yeah,
It
one
makes
of
you sick.
my yeah, I remember when it first came out. One of my roommates attempted to play it, and I got
It's
to
not
hear
that-
all about it from about 3 rooms over.
I mean, it's not that it's unplayable. Like, it's not that hard, but it's like it's everything's so like I don't even know how to explain it, dude. It's crazy.
He also thinks he's better at games than he is.
Me too.
Did you guys ever play Command and Conquer back in the day?
Yeah, dude, I love Command & Conquer Red Alert, and they have a reboot, actually, a remastered Command & Conquer Red Alert that I fucking love.
Yeah, I'd start a game and then wouldn't finish it till we'd start at night, and then by the time you got done, it was morning.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you just go like 6 to 8 hours of playing, and the next thing you know, it'd be light out and be like, oh shit, it's time to go home.
I like all those real-time strategy games. StarCraft, freaking Command & Conquer, Age of Empires is another one I like a lot, too, because you can be totally different by what nation you play and stuff like that.
Yeah, I've done that with Civilization 5 quite a few times.
I like Civ 5, but it gets so complex with like the linking the cities and towns and nations and stuff like that. And even they have like another Sim City style one, but like it's so complex with the roads and shit. I'm like, I get burnt out on it.
Yeah.
Here we go. Boom, 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 boom. It's not Civilization. It might be Civ 5 actually. Yeah, no, I don't know.
There's your Universalis, real nitty gritty. Hearts of Iron.
Y'all better go check on your farm
Civilization
bill.
is one of the
Dude, I haven't
easier
seen farms in
ones
quite
to
some
get
time.
into.
I remember when Facebook was nothing but farmland.
And
Remember
people
we go
sharing.
there and trade shit?
Oh,
Yeah.
dude. That was like a wild west of Facebook back then with Facebook games. Like,
Oh my god,
I never
dude.
heard that whatsoever at all. And I wish I could go back to that though. Like, I would rather see somebody share their farm than do political fucking satire every day.
That's true.
Like, take it back, please,
I just make stupid memes. That's all I want to do.
dude. You
Yeah.
see that meme I made of the Scar Sundown thing the other day? People got fucking pissed at that one, dude. And I'm like, I spent all that time making that quality ass meme, and people are like, "Scott, you're a piece of shit. How dare you say Sundown's bad?" I'm like, bro, didn't even say anything bad. Like, come on.
I've said it before. Like, Scar, really good products for the money. I genuinely don't think you can get louder than an SDR18 for cheaper. But oh my god, their fanboys are the worst.
Yeah.
Scar fanboys are just the worst people I've ever seen.
Yeah. Say it with your chest.
Yeah.
I've had zero luck with Scar products, and I mean zero luck.
I took an S Casey. I bought a crap ton of Scar when I got back in
And
the
then
car.
clipped it all to death.
Every one of them died. Every single one.
Well, they're not idiot proof, and I'm an idiot, so
Touche. It was just such a. I mean, I don't know. If you're realistic with it, if you're just average consumer wants to buy a cheap 8 or a cheap 10, cheap 12, whatever, and have fun with it, go for it. But I mean, like, there is different stuff for the money that's going to get better performance, longevity, and output. I honestly feel like.
Oh yeah.
And once you get into the expensive drivers, you're getting something that's open tool and has no aftermarket support other than somebody making custom recon. So unless you want to throw it in the trash, it's a paperweight when you blow it. Unless you want to recon all of your drivers to match it. So that's where it gets in like a brand support. Like, and I'm not trying to be a Sundown nut hugger, but there's a lot to save for a company that you can buy a drop-in recon kit for their $150 retail price subwoofer and keep it playing when it dies. So it kind of you have that little higher entry level cost, but I mean like the support for it after you have it is just so much better.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, good customer service is worth infinite.
Which I'm
money.
sure DD and stuff the same. I bet you could probably get a drop-in kit for a Redline. I bet if you contacted DD and you're like, I need guts for a Redline, they probably make it happen.
Yeah, there's some that we don't have like parts in stock for, but I've built like quite a few like 600 series coils.
Sure.
So yeah, like most of the Redlines, if we've got parts for it, then we'll definitely do it. And we try to keep parts in stock, but it's not always feasible. I mean, we've even got recon kits for our like PA style speakers.
That's one thing I've never done is recone like a PA style driver, like a pro driver.
And me neither. We also have recones. It's just like a new diaphragm for our
tweeters.
bullet tweeters. But my opinion is that if you blow a bullet tweeter, you should have to live with that.
If you're blowing tweeters, period, you should have to live with it because, like, at the end of the day, you're not going to be blowing tweeters unless you're playing them out of their frequency range for the most part.
Yeah.
Like,
They're putting too much power clipping them.
Yeah.
Or they have no crossover slope, or it's like a full range signal ran to it with a crappy base blocker.
Yeah.
You know how many punch 15s I blew up and threw away back in the day?
Oh wow, yeah.
I'm just happy you can buy recones now.
Dude, the same thing. I had punch XLCs, I had punch DVCs, I had punch HX2s, and like all of them, which ended up getting given away or thrown away when the surround radar would be sagging, and it's like it's trash.
Yep. I unwound so many coils and blew them. One of them I had it just separated from the spider. They were all in the same chamber, and the everything just separated from the spider. So I kept messing around. I couldn't figure out why that sub was still playing. Well, it was just the air inside the box, and the chamber was, it basically turned into
passive radiator.
Yeah, passive radiator. Yeah. And I could never figure out what was wrong with it, and I just kept messing with it. Finally, one day when I was tearing the whole system apart, I pulled the sub out and I grabbed it and I stuck my fingers underneath it, and I noticed nothing moved except for, the cone. And I'm like, what the hell's going on here? And back in the day, you torched a sub, you threw it away, you bought another one.
Mm-hmm. That's what Nick Lippman's like the Incriminator audio guy. He was talking about even in like 06, 07 when they were doing recones at a show. People were like, what in the fuck is he doing? Like reconing a subwoofer. Like, it just wasn't commonplace back then.
Yeah.
I've spent a good amount of time in our service department, and I've seen some gnarly things come back.
Probably the gnarliest sub I've seen come back has been Casey's SA-15.
Oh my god, do you have a picture of that?
I don't have it. It's probably in our messages if I had to guess.
I had a customer who had a box built for a laser sub, and he bought an SA-15. He's like, I'm going to put it in here. So he had to like trim it out, put the SA in there. It's a little small for it, whatever. And he's jamming. Apparently he like jumped a railroad track, and the whole basket like sheared off of it just sheared in half, and like the whole thing was hanging. He's like, it was still making some weird noise. I was like, oh, fucking bet it was, dude. I've never seen anything like it, dude. That's the same sub that crooked my toe too. So like, who has the last laugh now?
Well, the thing was, we thought it was pole shift, so we tried to get it warranted, and then like he pulled the subwoofer out, and it was just completely obliterated. And I was like, oh my god.
I want to send back that kicker I set on fire. See what they said.
We've had people like send in subs that they lit on fire. I saw one. It was the main one that I've seen. It was a 9921. So big 4-inch coil, 21-inch sub, and I felt really bad for the guy because like the cone was toast, and on the 21-inch subs, we only do the like carbon fiber Kevlar cones, which at a 21-inch size is several $100s.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so I felt
you guys make those there too, correct or no?
Yeah, we make them in house.
Yeah,
and I've talked to Chris, and those 21s are really annoying to make.
Really,
the 21 has been pretty crazy to me. I heard Dan Curran's 421s, and his thing smacked, and it smashed lows. The high notes were brutal. But I've heard from a lot of people that if you want to get into like, especially above 4 of them, like it's hard to keep all the drivers linear from having so much cone area going tapered down to a coil. So he's like, you can get some super loud 21 or 24 builds, but like they're hard to keep linear, from my understanding, over extreme pressure builds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean that we don't go above 21, and even 21 size, you have to have the carbon fiber and Kevlar.
We don't think about like even a paper cone or anything like that. It actually somewhat still kind of has some give to it when the speed is running. So like surround rolling and stuff like that. It's like surround roll might actually not be your surround rolling. That's actually your cone distorting and making a crease in the surround.
Yeah.
Oh, we got Baba in here. What's up, buddy?
Hey. Got
Better.
here late.
I want to show
I'm
one
ready,
more.
I'm ready to play with these
What's up?
M50s, dude.
This is the Sean Ludwig. He's been working on this for about 2 years. So like a crazy bass knob. It shows your voltage. I want to say like your harmonic distortion, and it has a chipset inside of it. That
Jeez.
is pretty insane. So it's supposed to be
that's
like more accurate than like the SMD meters, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's something new I'm interested in definitely checking out.
Dude,
Yeah.
we're coming in like bass knob wars.
It is.
I mean, everybody's got something now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, between the Sundowns and JPs and all the custom ones you can buy now. You know, what was it, 4 or 5 years ago? You hardly ever see an amp with a bass knob.
You wouldn't see a clip limiter. I mean, a clip light either.
No,
Yeah.
no, you wouldn't see
Yeah.
nothing. You know, you might just see it, just a whatever, just turn up, turn down, gain. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
It just like I keep preaching all the time is the I haven't seen the. I guess I did share the old design. There's a new design out apparently. I can't see it. We're not friends on Facebook. But the I like companies that bring innovation because let's say bass knob wars. Well, all we're doing is setting like a new standard level of expectation of what we want as to be a standard feature. So it's either going to make brands make nicer shit or they're going to not buy their stuff. You know what I mean? Because like that's really what it is. Like if I didn't have a solid bass knob now where I could check temperature, see my voltage instantly, all that stuff. But what am I doing? I need more readouts, bro. Like I gotta. And it seems kind of over the top, but I personally like being able to monitor as much stuff as I can because, like Sean and KSOC, like I send my crap all day long, and then the more stuff I can monitor to make sure it's okay, it lets me demo longer and play harder. You know what I mean?
Doesn't matter what the readout is; you're just gonna ignore it.
Who's in the truck? Depends on who I'm giving a demo to.
That's what I'm saying.
It's like my Holly Terminator X from my LS swap in the Malibu. I mean, pretty soon Holly's probably come up with the bass knob before it's over with.
Like a horsepower knob. Yeah.
Yeah. It just monitors everything for you.
I had to switch my old Fox body. I had 3 positions for 3 different tuning.
Yeah.
That's cool about
Go ahead.
The cool thing about the Holly is that it's all touchscreen, so I can just I can change my air fuel, my idle, which is good because when I park and if I want to do demos, I can literally just slide it over to 1500, 2000 RPM. Just let it idle at that.
Yeah, it's pretty
You don't have to do anything else. I can watch my voltage. Hell, it does everything.
Sean, I'm adding you on Facebook. Send me some pictures of this bad boy, bro. We've been talking about it. Jake Zimmerman showed it to me. I want to see this thing.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
No, for sure. Yeah, that thing is funny. I love to have some electronic feature like that, to raise and lower idle and stuff like that. Mine is folding up a piece of paper and cramming it in my throttle body. And then it works great.
Whatever works. Whatever works.
It's fine until you forget about it when you go to leave and you pop it and drive and it's like, wham! I'm like, oh shit! Like I'm like, oh crap! I did it like 3 times. I'm like, what is this slam here for? Oh yeah, it's still revved at 1200 RPM. I'm in neutral.
Yeah.
Jeez. I think he's gonna send him now. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, he's not sending us. I think here's one of the. Let's see, here we go. Boom. I think that might be the modern one.
Ooh.
I could be wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, that looks good.
So it's full
Like a pacemaker.
PhD, VR frequency spectrum analyzer, infrared temperature sensor, and wireless controller. That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
don't
Yeah,
know.
those Bluetooth bass knobs are really cool.
Yeah, I like the Bluetooth bass knobs. I wish they would have, like the JP ones have to have USB-C plugged in all the time. I like the ones that have a battery in them.
Yeah, the battery makes way more sense to me because especially if you're installing like even just like a 23 or 33, you're going to need to be running tons of wire to the back anyways.
Valid.
If I don't plug it in, I'm going to lose it.
Yeah, for sure.
That's going to be my problem. It's going to end up in between the seats or something.
If it was me, I'd probably hard mounting it with some kind of 12-volt switched. Well, send me some pictures, bro. Let's show this thing off, bro. Yeah, definitely, it'd have to be mounted and plugged in all the time. I mean, but people do this stuff like Casey. You don't have a problem not charging your. I guess you do sometimes. Like your tablet stays charged and all that crap.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, but that's where the thing that I go to is like you'll see the guys who have to stand out of the car and they're like crimping the RCA wires.
Yeah,
bass knobs.
Just
like
that's
the big thing for me. Like that would having the Bluetooth would make it a lot easier.
Well, luckily, I don't even really use the inline RCA anymore. It just takes and stays on full tilt all the time. I like having the salt base now with that monster cable on it and I don't do it often, but you can, as long as I leave it laid across the floor, honestly, because I can get out of the truck and get people demos if I wanted to and just use the base knob. It's not too bad. But on that note, boys,
leave the knob on.
Oh, here we go. Sean's hitting the things. Here we go. Oh, this is sick. Yeah, I didn't see this yet. Bam. Boom. So it's a Bluetooth box. That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's super cool.
We live in the future, man. People make some crazy shit. Next thing you know, people will be driving around with these all the time and just monitoring everything.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee you in the next couple of years, we'll be like a base knob freaking with a freaking SPL meter in it or whatever. You're like that. Just mount a sensor on your dash.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Put them in tablets. Have a tablet. Just hold a tablet and slide it up and down or something.
Well, dude, my SSA meter you can post, and it has a Bluetooth app that I pull up on the iPad, so you can see like real time dB readings while you're getting a demo.
Yeah, I mean that's just where like looking at it's the same with amplifier size, where lately amplifiers have just been shrinking so much. Like going like top end 3K amplifiers 5 years ago were like this long.
Sure.
And nowadays you can get them like this big and it's actually still a solid amp.
I had to like show a guy today. I had a guy that's an older gentleman that came and he wanted to do 4/8s in his new Nissan Titan as like a underseat setup. And when I showed him, I was like, cool, you're getting these 4 E8s to be sick. Here's the SAE 2500D, which is only like this big. And it's, 33,000 plus watts RMS easy at one. And he's like, there's no way it's 2,500 watts. I'm like, no, it's actually more, bro. Like, yeah, like if you feed it right, it's be significantly more power. Like, he's like,
wire it down into the dirt.
I mean, I wouldn't wire SAE down. It's probably fine at 0.6, 0.7.
You're just not going to see that full power after Rise with those. It's the only complaint, obviously, Rise's thing, we all know it happens. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with like trying to get full power out of amplifiers, but yeah. Like a good rule of thumb is always to do like if you have a 1,000 watt sub setup, like you got two subs that are 500 a piece, you want to like a 2,000 watt amp.
Assuming that the subs are actually like rated,
if they're rated, true rated, yeah.
Because I know a lot of companies will, because like DD, Sundown, all of the reputable guys will generally do like, okay, this is the power you can clamp to the sub. But then a lot of the brands that are like really trying to bank on that bang for the buck energy, they'll do like their RMS is the recommended amplifier power.
Oh, sure. The thing too is though, man, and a lot of people, the sundown misconception, like, oh, I can do 2 or 3 times rated. Like, yeah, you actually can, but you're compromising the thermal limits of the driver. Yeah. But B, if you're sending face value rated power with these subs, you're going to get full linear extension, and you're not going to have any failures ever. So it's like that's right out of Jacob Floor's mouth. He's like, these subs can take way more power than we rate them at. If you put rated power on it, you're going to get full linear extension, and you're never going to have a failure ever. And I'm like,
and so that's where the great thing about it is. The guys who are just getting into it don't know a ton about all the different subs and everything. They can just look at, okay, this is a 1,200 watt RMS sub. I'll grab a 1,200 watt RMS amp. You pair it together, he'll never have any problems.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you know more and you can handle the responsibility of a larger amp, then you'll bump up to.
Sure.
Some problems I see with like guys running like smaller amps in the subs and stuff like that is they're just clipping them to death to try to get the power out of them, and then you just end up, not only you could be even underpowering it and you're just clipping it to death and just causing excessive heat, and then boom, pop a coil.
Yeah. Well, I explain to a lot of people too is that it's not your amplifier's fault. You have the wrong ohm load for it. Okay. So like a lot of guys, I need to be wired down. I'm like, no, you need a different amp, bro. Like, instead of wiring down into the dirt on your daily setup, you need to be getting more power, dude. Like, so I mean,
in my opinion,
once you get into these subs that are like 5,000, 6,000, 10,000 RMS and shit like that, there's like not really any amplifiers that are going to clamp rated power on that on the market that are less than $3,000 or $4,000. So the only way you're going to get that power is to wire down on like a big Korean board or something like that. And then after rise, like say if you have like 3 times rise at peak and you have it at half ohm, when you peak, you're at 1.5 ohms. So you need something that's going to clamp that rated power. And, that's the only reason I would ever see wiring down is like in these big SPL builds and stuff like that to actually get the power that you need. But then again, depending on how you build, you can build for efficiency and not need a lot of power.
Yeah, because especially in like daily drivers and stuff, if that amp is not rock solid, you're gonna trash the efficiency by dropping the impedance.
100%.
And so you're not actually going to get any more power in the first place. You're just going to be putting more draw on the electrical system and stressing out the amp.
Information that's showing right.
On the opposite side of things, I learned from a teammate, he wired up. So I think he's at like 2 ohms per amp. He has like 3 teraamps 30Ks. But it's like super loud, and he gained by actually wiring up, which I thought was interesting. He's like, there's more motor force when you wire up like that. And I'm like, what? I didn't know that.
And you gain cone control and a few other things with the trade-off of the amplifier.
Higher damping factor,
I also use, I'm underpowering my subs, and I use rise to help with my voltage. Like if, for instance, I'm seeing a lot of rise and I'm playing 20 hertz, and my voltage will stay up. I go to 40, 45 hertz, whatever. I'm making a crap load of power. A, the sub get hot. B, my voltage goes down. If I stay out of hard clipping and play those really nasty low notes where I'm seeing bukus of rise across 6 subs, my voltage stays great the whole day. I start playing those really dynamic songs where it's got a lot of high notes mixed in, that voltage just goes down. And you can get them warm pretty quick. Because I'll be making low power at 20 hertz and jumps up to 50 hertz and you're doing 20 plus thousand watts real quick, especially with a big cap bank ready to suck off of it. And you're like, okay.
Yeah, that's where I always say that like the best 1,000 watt amplifier is a 2,000 watt amplifier that you wired up.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna take and pull this back up real quick. I got him on Facebook. He's got the videos now.
Ooh,
pause this music. Here we go. Boom.
All right, we're back, and we're still in tuning mode here. So the information that it's showing right now, my source is a laptop, and I'm just using a function generator off of that. I'm creating a 40 hertz tone, and I
can you guys hear it?
Volume at 27. Full harmonic distortion. It's supposed to be a percentage sign. It looks kind of wonky or whatever there above that, but whatever. So I'll fix that later. Right now, that 1.1% is the calculated real output total harmonic distortion, and it's probably cleaner than that, but the base station itself is a bass knob, and this is an auxiliary function, and I didn't want to go through all the trouble and added cost of making it more accurate than it already is. But as long as we increase the amplitude out to what would more real world style amplitudes here, you'll see that the THD value cleans up, and we can look at this through the spectrum information and verify that this is in fact what it's showing.
That's pretty insane.
That is awesome.
And sometimes at some frequencies it kind of wigs out, but I could do some more fine tuning on my algorithm for calculating THD. But this is, I've independently verified it myself. I don't have an audio precision, $10,000 device to do that on, but with what I got, everything checks out. Mathematically, it checks out whenever I do triangle or square wave THD calculations with it. It's spot on or close enough that I think it's better than just an LED showing up. So you can get real world THD measurements from your bass knob.
That's pretty insane. In all reality, too, as long as you have to be exactly perfectly accurate. If I'm seeing under 10% THD, that's all I really care about.
My source is
no, we're not doing. And I'm just using. I was playing the other one still.
I saw some clamp numbers the other day that were posted on a Facebook group, and it was like 79, 80% THD, and I'm like, woo.
Yeah, that's rough.
Let's get a little spectrum analyzer in it.
That's cool.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, my vote is to have spectrum analyzers and VU meters on everything.
Spectrum data from the bottom bar is 20 hertz, top bar up here is 70 hertz, and linear representation across. Fundamental frequency up there. This is the standard display. Shows you volume, infrared temperature. I'll show the voltage later.
I'm curious how it's connecting to the amplifiers. I saw he had the box that goes with it, and then what's it? I don't know how he's controlling the volume via the module.
Yeah. Yeah, I have no clue how that works.
I know he's got to hook up that box. But I'm sure we'll figure stuff. Wrote the for you. Oh wow, that's sick, man.
Settings, maximum temperature threshold settings for the infrared temperature sensor. Burp, where it automatically does a burp. You define the volume you want it to go to. You define the time you want it to do the burp. And
What?
Delay period before the burp starts when you push the button. Those are the different options in that.
That's
So you got a burp primed up, ready to go.
There you go.
Where you could set it up to automatically ramp to a specified volume and time base in between each ramp. So you could make it happen really slow, or you can make it happen so fast you don't realize.
You can make it roll in the bass for you for your burp.
That is so cool. Honestly, if I was getting that, I would totally pay an extra, like, I don't know, $50, $100, $150 just to have a bigger screen.
Yeah, I was gonna say the blind man version.
Stuff.
That's pretty sick, though, man. Again, we live in the freaking future, dude. Fully buffered in and out of 8-volt. Oh, nice. That's sick. Good job, man. John, like, again, Jake Zimmerman showed me that today. He's like, bro, he called me. He's like, dude, you got to check this out. And he sent it to me. I'm like, dude, it's freaking sick. Like, yeah. On that note, boys, we showed that off. We're about 25 minutes in, Overworth. I want to wrap this episode up, dude. Episode 53. Sean, Blake, I'm glad you guys staying home running with us, guys. Fucking good episode.
Yeah.
Good seeing you guys.
Yeah, dude, for sure.
It was fun.
Heck yeah. Everyone have a fantastic weekend. No drinking and driving, man. I'll see you guys next week.
All right. See y'all later.
Later.
In this bad boy. Oh, Casey's like, I'm out, bitches. It's battery powered, bigger display will kill the life. I could probably see that.
Yeah.
It's probably not too bad, too, in person. We're also watching on video.
Yeah.
Cool. Everyone, you have a good weekend, guys.
All right. Later.